a year to demolish the old house on this property and to build Jake's spacious dream home. But it's taken a lifetime to build up his business empire from the family's humble beginnings. He now owns one of South Africa's largest independent freight companies. But losing his father at the age of 13 and battling adversity were the sparks that ignited his determination to succeed.
What is it that you wanted from this very lovely new home?
Well, I think it pretty much goes back to my childhood when, as a kid, we were three brothers and generally shared one bedroom. And as life went on, you always had aspirations of having a mansion and just to have something that would compete with the mine managers of the day where I grew up. They all had colossal houses and we had a little space frame to live in.
Jake's entire childhood home could quite easily fit into his new courtyard with its African-inspired Zen garden. Inside awaits a mix of bold textures and strong accent colours, with the luxury of large open rooms. Tracy Glass was a natural choice as interior decorator, as they'd worked together on two of Jake's previous renovations. She understands his taste in decor and has a knack for adding something special to a home.
Wow, this is lovely.
Well, I've used this contemporary, really unusual rug, as is that chair, that Yoda chair. I don't know what Yoda means.
Sounds like something out of Star Wars.
But it's a beautiful red reed chair and it just adds zaniness to the space. I've also done a grouping of day beds and ottomans over here and tried to create a really comfortable and informal space up here. And I must say that this is my favorite space in the house.
Jake's business interests include a wellness centre, a range of clothes from Monaco and a brand of Italian motorcycles, all of which keeps him pretty busy. A built-in fireplace and open-plan walk-in dressing room in the master bedroom are just reward for his efforts, as is the luxurious ensuite bathroom with its steam shower.
This house has beautiful lines, and yet you've managed to keep it functional and practical. And I love the colors you've used. How did you go about that?
We've created, on the one hand, a private garden, which has got a Quaker in and is bordered by a stone wall. Those two materials on their own deliver inspirations of color and form. And on the other hand, we've got the pool, which is a dark pool.
Although he lives alone in the house, family is important to Jake, and his 25-year-old son, Nathaniel, and 15-year-old daughter, Gabrielle, each have their own rooms for when they visit.
I love coming to my dad because I have a wonderful room with a great balcony and view. We have a stunning cinema where I watch films with my dad, and it's just a stunning house with a beautiful vibe. I love it.
He gets home from work around 8 o'clock most evenings, when a hot and healthy meal is waiting for him. His personal chef, Moses Dlamini, has happily mastered the secrets of Italian cooking.
Moses, that smells delicious. What are you making?
I'm making Jake's favorite dish, which is penne arrabbiata. I can dish up. You can smell my food if you want to smell my food. It's very nice. You can taste if you want to taste. It's very nice. So how does it taste like?
Woo! A little bit hot, but it's very fine, Moses. Thank you very much.
A keen footballer until injury ended his career, Jake's competitive nature turns even exercise into a challenge. His well-equipped home gym includes a bike simulator that lets him select grueling stages of races like the Tour de France.
So is keeping fit very important to you?
Absolutely. You know, I lead quite a stressful life in business, and I think the only way to keep healthy and to keep sane is by exercising. I'm also very particular what I eat. At the office, it's generally extremely healthy foods, and when I come home, Moses generally does a fairly healthy meal for me. But the key is the exercise.
Nico was more interested in getting his hands on the key to the jewel in Jake's car collection, a 60s Ford Mustang.
This is what I'm talking about. This is... Whew. Is this the real deal?
This is the real deal. It's a 1964 and a half Mustang.
And a half?
And a half. Reason being, it was built in the latter half of 64 and the first of 300 ever built. And it came in 2 colours, Wimbledon white, which this is, and a red, which I don't particularly like.
Jake ensured that his prized collection of motor memorabilia took pole position in the downstairs bar. From Ayrton Senna's nose cone to autographed photos of Jody Scheckter and Alain Prost. A passion for racing began as a young boy, changing the gears on his dad's car and imagining he was racing in the Kyalami Grand Prix. He spent 5 years on the local racing circuit before focusing on business, but his success has allowed him to travel to watch many of the world's great Grand Prix events.
There's no doubt that you have a very successful life. Do you have a particular business philosophy?
Well, there's a few, but you must also bear in mind that my life has not always been successful. I come from a fairly poor background, and it's really been a step at a time to achieve what I have. But I've always believed that you should never step on people, that you should give, and if you do give, you will receive. And I also believe never to say it can't be done, never be negative. There's always a solution. It may not be the solution that you want it to be, but you will find the solution if you pursue your goals.
He might have made his livelihood moving goods around the country, but Jake's not moving from his dream house. This is a long-term investment.